Hi, I'm Alex McCord and welcome to The Real Deal on thestir.com. Today we've got part 2 of the sextuplet special of Kate plus 8, as well as WeTV's Marriage Boot Camp reality stars, just in time for a new episode tonight. And of course, we've got that pesky Real Housewives of New York City casting gossip. I had to skip Honey Boo Boo because I just can't. We'll check back on them later in the season. Meanwhile, let's get to Kate plus 8. It is time for the sextuplet's 10th birthday party, complete with a cake-eating bird, a hailstorm, and lots of product placement. It's been a wild week for me, getting to know all things Kate Gosselin. People tweeted me 24 hours a day about the tell-all book, about Kate's behind-the-scenes antics, all of it. And I've come to some conclusions. First, you don't have sextuplets without losing your mind. I have yet to hear judgments from anyone who has a large brood of multiples or even just a large family, full stop. I mean, I've only got 2, and when they were both in diapers, it was its own level of hell. So, diapering and feeding 6 at the same time? I get the anger. This 2-part special to me was really about an attempt at character redemption. Do we see that Kate is put upon and exasperated most of the time? Yes. Does she make snarky, sarcastic comments all the time? Yes. Does she complain a lot? Yes. All of the above. Do you know who else does that? Bethenny Frankel. Go with me here. They both say the same things. They both use that sarcastic, oh, woe is me, welcome to the circus of my life tone of voice all the time. Although, Kate doesn't seem to be nearly as calculating, and that might simply be because with 8 children to take care of, she doesn't have enough time to think up schemes that Bethenny does. I mean, imagine if Bethenny had 8 kids. Holy moly. Not only does Kate have a million children, she also deals with the pressure of being a reality television celebrity and being recognized and judged every time she steps out of her house. With all that, I am surprised she hasn't committed any murders. It's a lot. Now, let's discuss the kids. I have experience with this because our children were edited horribly on television, and I don't think Kate's kids were, at least not in this 2-part special. In the confessional interviews, you hear the producers asking questions and the kids giving 1 or 2 word answers. This is great. Why? Because it means they're not making the kids do it over and over and over again. See, for adults on reality TV, when you do a confessional interview, it goes like this. The producer asks you a question. You answer it. If the producer likes your answer, then you move on to the next part, which is that you have to make a statement that includes both the question and the answer in a complete sentence so that the viewers know what you're talking about without hearing a disembodied producer voice asking questions. For example, what are you doing today? Making party decorations. That would turn into, as an actual soundbite, today my friend Jamie and I are going to get the kids to help us make decorations. See? Now that's a tame example. You can imagine how engineered and flat it can be on the Kardashians or the Housewives. With the kids, they are not being chopped and edited to death in these confessionals. And it's refreshing. There are no obvious camera cuts, whereas the Kardashian daughters' confessionals get chopped off mid-sentence. I thought that Kate's producers just let the kids flow, in this case, and it was great. The teenagers seem over it all and a little bratty, but that's normal for any 13-year-old girl, let alone someone who's got younger sibling sextuplets. Overall, Kate's doing what any single mother of a large family would do. Now, is there truth to the rumors that she intentionally tried for a large family in order to become famous? Yeah, maybe. But it's clear to me that however she got started on her path, she is making a genuine effort to do right by the children, and the proof is watching those kids. I think we're done with the Kate bashing. At least I am. Next, let's move on to episode 4 of WeTV's Marriage Boot Camp reality stars, which will air a new episode tonight. I think we finally cut through the nonsense to find something real, or rather, uncover that which is not real. After all the big, showy exercises, this reality star cast is drained and they're pointing the fingers at each other. Gretchen and Slade particularly are having a hard time of it, and this is where I will say publicly now what I've been saying privately for years. Are you ready? I think that every housewife should do a therapy show after they leave Bravo. Except I almost don't want to say that out loud for fear that Bravo will do a therapy show themselves. Given their editing track record with the production companies they hire, that could be dangerous. In any case, Gretchen admits that she wanted to do this show to help Slade. Ouch. That's a scary thing to say. From a real relationship perspective, it is not fair to say to your partner, you need fixing, without turning it on yourself. Everyone needs fixing. A common refrain between Gretchen and Slade, both on Housewives and here on Marriage Boot Camp, is that Slade should develop his own career and step away from managing Gretchen's. I appreciated therapist Elizabeth Carroll's cut to the chase moment where she said, okay, imagine that managing your career is all Slade will ever do, ever. Now, will you stay? No matter what happens in their relationship, I think that with that scene, Gretchen and Slade got more than just a paycheck out of this show. Speaking of paychecks, let's move on to JWoww and Roger. Jenny is not giving 100%, and Roger calls her out for it. From someone who has done reality TV, I completely understand Roger. Jenny took the gig for the money and possibly for continued television exposure. Now, before you stop me and say, possibly, of course it was for television exposure. No. Let me explain why that is not always the case. Once you go on reality TV, for better or for worse, you are a celebrity of a very flamboyant variety. For many stars, it is hard to re-enter the non-entertainment industry world and get a real-world job. Employers think you are a distraction. And guess what? You are. So many stars get to the point where they take more and more reality shows simply to have their next job. Go with what's working, i.e. reality TV. It is exactly the same concept as an Oscar-winning actor doing an action movie, a paying the mortgage gig. Now, Roger's point, and it is a valid one, is don't take the job unless you're willing to do the job. He's right. I wanted to jump through the TV and shake Jenny. Last boot camp topic for this episode is the toxic gas exercise. At first I watched thinking, holy God, this is stupid. But then I realized it's actually pretty effective. Go with me here. When you go on reality TV, fans all over the globe dissect your life, your character, and your personality, you as a person, or rather, what they think you as a person are based on the chopped, edited version they saw of you on television. In order to stay sane and get up every morning, you have to block all that out. It's like putting your fingers in your ears and going la 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 just so you can put one foot in front of the other. You build up a wall, i.e. I know myself and you out there, you don't. The problem is that coping mechanism can spill over into your real life and cause you to avoid criticism of your real life flaws with people who actually know the real you. It's impossible to hear criticism from your partner without wanting to strike back or defend or debate. You're too close to them. So, who could do it? Well, a fantastic person to pass judgment is another reality star. Somebody who has walked in your shoes and knows what the game is. Someone who has now lived with you 24/7 for about a week and has had a chance to see both the off-camera and the on-camera version of you. I could have watched an entire episode of the cast giving feedback to one another. That managed to hit the sweet spot of being both actually therapeutic and good TV. Now, before I head off to the pool with my kids today, I have got to address those Real Housewives of New York City casting rumors. Radar Online reported this week that everyone but Ramona Singer has been fired, and the reunion hasn't even aired yet. To this I say, LOL. Every single season from the beginning of the franchise until today, there has been casting speculation at this point in the series. The reunion has been filmed, and now the next time these ladies will see a camera is when season 7 goes into production, if it ever does. The good folks at Radar are doing exactly what they are supposed to do: stir the pot, keep people guessing, and most importantly, fire up enthusiasm for the reunion viewing. Unless it's something really obvious, like Adrienne Maloof skipping the Beverly Hills reunion, casting decisions are not made until right up before production starts. First, the network has to decide to make another season. They have to greenlight season 7. Then they have to confirm the production company and pick up their option. Then they have to decide what time in the year they're going to film. When will they start? When will they finish? And based on that, when will it be on the air next? They have to do all of that, and then they finalize the cast. Every cast member has a pickup option in their contract, and the production company will exercise that option or not. Now, that's not to say they're not discussing it. They could be thinking, who can we kill? Who can we save? What do we want to do here? They might be talking about it, but as far as making decisions, nope, not yet. In response to the rumors, Andy Cohen said They just make it up and put it online. Oh my gosh, bring on the flying pigs and the raining frogs. I agree with Andy Cohen about something. My take, maybe it's true, maybe it's not. No matter what, Bravo really wants you to watch the reunion. Okay then. Let me know what you thought in the comments. For now, I am Alex McCord. You are watching The Real Deal on thestir.com. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube. Have an awesome weekend, and I will see you on Monday.